tell me about what you were just talking about. Like you said, you're stuck in your addiction, but when you wanted to engage with people, you wanted more.
Yeah, like so it was more of like cause like I kept seeing the same people, right? Like you were saying, and but you know, I didn't want it to be like, oh, I'm just here to be a addict. You know what I'm saying? Like I also wanted to connect on a, you know, past the drugs and shit. You know, and like also to find reasons to stop doing the drugs. You know what I'm saying? And stop like kind of being in this environment, and like give me more reasons for myself to like expand my knowledge in communication, and then being you know, like to the knock down the boundaries of cultural diversity, you know what I'm saying, and like, you know, just communicate with everybody, and like so far, like even though I've been on drugs for like 4 or 5 years, you know, I try not to let that affect like how I go about my day and how I communicate and you know, with people and stuff. Like I still try to be, you know, uplifting and motivate and inspire, you know, and try to like be, you know, the same way. Like, you know, when I hear that you're doing what you're doing, like, man, I'm inspired. Like, oh my God, man, for real, I can't wait to start doing it, you know.
And tell the audience like what your idea is.
Man, it's crazy because I'm on Seattle Stories, and forever I was thinking for like coming up with a podcast, you know, and a talk, you know, to have people, you know, talk, you know, in a nice like setting, and tell their story, you know, from Seattle, and that's called South Seattle Stories, you know. But you know, it was just, man, it's lovely, you know.
Well, I'm glad we met. I am glad we met, and I love that idea. I mean, there's something in you that, for whatever reason, like you want to connect at a deeper level. Where do you think that comes from?
Like just seeing how like my household was as you know, early as I can remember. Man, I don't want to be that person, you know, that I seen my mom and dad, you know, like all the arguing and not knowing how to properly communicate my emotions, and you know, just seeing how that affected my parents. You know, I don't want nothing to affect me like that. So I don't want to affect my son. I don't want to affect you know, my wife or whoever, you know. I just you know, I don't want to bring my problems from home to work, or, you know, just none of that, you know. And then also when I was younger, I used to stutter a lot, if you can't tell.
I can't tell.
Yeah, and like I just wanted to work on, you know, just how I spoke, and, you know, and just kind of be an example, you know, to like when those pressuring times come, you know, like, man, I can handle, you know, I can handle anything through pressure, you know, and just put a smile on my face, and, you know, right mind, right attitude, and just keep going.
Yeah, right.
Like,
well, tell me, let's go back a little bit. Tell me about how you grew up in the household, what it was like. Was there any siblings there?
So at first it was my mom and dad, and then me. Me, including me, it was 4 boys and 1 girl, and you know, it was the 5 of us. And then when at the age of 12, I was born in 2000, and at the age of 2012, my dad left and came. Like, I was born in Texas, Austin, Texas, and you know, my mom and dad was out there. Then my dad, at the age of 12, my dad came out here to Seattle, Washington, to move back with his family, and like that kind of like tore our household apart. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, like waking up with mom and dad, and then now it's just mom, and then mom's like,
yeah, your world's upside down.
Yeah, we're not knowing that my mom's depressed, you know, and she's not telling us, because I guess she don't know how at the time, and like, really, I think it was because she didn't know how to tell us that our dad just didn't want to, you know, be here no more, and yeah, so that caused like a lot of tension, frustration, you know, a lot of like 4 boys not knowing how to communicate properly, and knowing that we should have been like kind of like uplifting my mom's spirit and kind of being extra helping hands.
Well, you just didn't know.
But we just we just didn't know. It was just causing chaos and destruction around the neighborhood, and amongst each other, fighting all the time, over petty things.
Sounds really confusing.
Yeah, it's just very, and I say the one thing about that whole situation that I'm glad for is that me and my brothers, we figured out how to fight for each other. We didn't let like the outside world, like even though we fought amongst each other, what I'm saying, we still like still had brotherhood, and did activities and used our creative juices together, our imaginations, and came up like with so many games just to play amongst ourselves, and like man, that I'm happy for, because I still think about those days.
Where are you in the lineup?
I'm the second.
Okay.
So Michael's the first. I'm the second. Sunrod Jr.'s the third. I should have been a junior. Like, I don't know. It was weird there. But Xavier's the fourth, and then Patience is the fifth.
Yeah.
Patience is my sister.
The little sister. Yeah. Gotcha. And they're still in Texas or where?
So Xavier and Patience and Michael's in Texas, and then me and Sunrod Jr. is out here with my dad.
When did you guys come out here?
I first came out here when I was like 13, in 2013, and then I was going back, and I stayed out here for a year, then went back, then came back 2015, and stayed out here for another year, left, went back to Texas, and then didn't come back until November 19, 2019, and I've just been here ever since then. So it's been like 7 years.
And when you come here, you're with your dad?
Yeah.
Stay with your dad, etc. And
right.
And you said for a second there, you were couch surfing, kind of didn't have a home.
Yeah, when I first came back in 2019, so I got off the plane, went to my dad's house, and my dad was like, "You can't stay here."
Wow. And
so I was homeless for like 4 or 5 years, and then in 2021 or 22, I got my housing.
Okay.
And I just been in my housing ever since.
Okay, so you did eventually get housing. Well, tell me that experience of being unhoused. Where were you? What part of town were you in?
During that time, I was in south, like towards the south in Tacoma in Pierce County.
Okay.
And I was staying on 56 in Portland, on the east side of Tacoma. And I was with like a childhood friend that when I first came out here, and man, his dad understood, and so they let me stay with him.
Okay. And
he was kind of like nourishing my mind, into the reality of my situation and the real world. And like I was staying with them for like a good around most of the time I was homeless. And like after I had got like a certain amount of money, it was like it was like it kind of shifted the relationship, because like they was just like wanting more money out of me, and I was trying to figure out something for my situation
to like pay rent.
Yeah.
Something.
And, I mean, it like that's what it should have been. You know what I'm saying? Because like when I gave his but like, and when I say they, I don't mean the whole household, because me and the dad are still cool.
Okay.
It's just me and my friend. You know what I'm saying? Like that was not seeing eye to eye, because like he wanted some money, and I'm like, we're staying under your dad's wing. You know what I'm saying? Like
he wanted it personally.
Yeah, he wanted it personally. I'm like, bro, we're two men under your dad's wing. You know what I'm saying? Like I don't feel comfortable giving you the money.
Maybe he's trying to hustle you a little bit.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? I'm like, I don't know what type of sucker you think I'm. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm like, okay, man. And yeah, so I gave his dad, like $1,000, and I was like, okay, I'm out of here. And I just went back to like the homeless shelters and stuff for the remaining of my time, and like that was for like a year or two, and I got housed, and man, I just been in housing, and like at first I was going to college, at the community college in Seattle Central,
right on.
But then I stopped going, like, because I got more deeply involved into my addiction, and I just stopped going.
Tell me about that, Fredo, about your addiction. When you say you got more deeply involved, I interpret that as like my life started kind of revolving more and more and more and more around, I need to cope, I need to, the substance, whatever it is.
Yeah.
What do you, is that?
So like at first I was doing the blues, and then like I started smoking like 50 pills a day, and it stopped doing, like I stopped feeling the effect that I was like, I started chasing the dragon and you know, going deeper involved, and started playing with the fentanyl. And yeah, and it was just like scary, because like I never been through nothing like that. I never felt the pains that I felt. I never felt like I'm not having a cold, but my nose is always running.
Like when you don't do fentanyl, your body starts to react.
Yeah, and it's like just screaming, like it's just mentally exhausting. And yeah, man, it's just crazy. Like, and I don't know why I keep coming back. Like,
well, I mean, it's called addiction for a reason. It's like you, and we all have our addictions in some form or another, I believe.
Right.
You know, but it's like you get dependent.
Yeah.
A dependency, you know.
Right. And like I said, I've been out here for 7 years, and I say that like my mom and my family down in Texas are like my battery chargers. You know, like I never really had, like I got family out here, but I never grew up, I never had no relationship, no bond, you know what I'm saying? There was no family reunions, there was no family game nights, there was no real conversation there. It's just, hey, how you doing? And you know, that's it.
Yeah, surface level.
Yeah, surface level things. And like I think that's another reason why I got involved too, like in this type of lifestyle. It's like I didn't have no real support system. You know, my mom is usually one, you know, telling me to keep going, and you know, when I'm down, or I got my brother, you know, there with me, or you know, like we're doing activities amongst each other, you know, to keep our minds, you know what I'm saying, from you know, the idle time. And yeah, it's just like, it's crazy.
Yeah.
Like, but yeah. I'm still learning how to, you know, handle it myself, and just, you know, just keep going.
Yeah.
You know?
Well, I'm curious, Fredo, what do you want? Where do you see yourself? What do you want?
Man, honestly, I like just doing what I'm doing right now. You know, just telling like the truth, and just, you know, trying to lead, you know, youth from going through what I've been through. You know what I'm saying? And not to ever steer away from the positive side. You know, and just like kind of just keep being fruitful and spreading the message every day. You know, try not to, you know, ever to for my soul to complete its journey here and reach the next level, so I don't have to come back and do it again.
Do I hear some like religious beliefs, some kind of belief system in there?
Nah, just spirituality.
Okay, spirituality.
You know, just trying to, you know, connect with all of us and our spirits, you know, and you know, beyond the shell.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I was saying earlier, like, you know, we all live in this part of town together.
Right.
Like, we're together in this.
Right.
And we're trying to figure out how to do it together.
Right.
And I think that's what a lot of people, I mean, maybe that's the American way of just like, build my fence, lock my door, you know, the other.
Yeah.
But it's like, man, we
stay on that side of the street.
Yeah, stay on that. This is an ecosystem that we're all trying to figure it out. Like, you see all these people driving cars, they are stopping at a stop sign and figuring it out. And it's like, how do you take that and scale that down to a human, or not even, maybe scale up to a human like interaction? Hey, how's it going? Hello.
Yeah.
You know, just simple. Fredo, I got a question before we wrap up that I like to ask. Is there anything you'd want the people of Seattle to know?
And like it's not hard to smile and you know, wave and be friendly, and you know what I'm saying, not treat nobody like they're less of, you know what I'm saying? It's like we're all, you know what I'm saying, like you said, we're all trying to figure it out, you know what I'm saying? Like, let's just be friendly about it, and you know, just keep going. You know, keep Seattle happy, keep Seattle shining. It's beautiful out here. Let's just keep the smiles on our faces, and you know what I'm saying, and stay in the right, you know, state of mind all the time, and just keep going. Like I love this place. You know what I'm saying? I just hate to say that I don't like the people here. I don't like saying that. Yeah, I don't. As a people person, I do not like saying that. You know, but it's like you know, I understand everybody's going through something, but you know, so if you see that somebody's going through something, just you know, try to be that happy thing in their day, and you know, make them smile, and you know, be there for them.
Yeah. And you never know until you ask.
Right.
Hey, how are you doing? What's going on? Like we never know what someone's going through.
Right.
Really. So, thanks for your time, man. Appreciate it.
Man, thank you.
Hang in there.
No, for real.
Hang in there.
No, appreciate it, bro.
Yeah, you got it. Let me grab that little mic.
Oh, yeah.
Take a couple photos. Yeah, man, you have a